Over the past decade or so, trade between Brazil and Africa has grown sixfold as this Latin American nation tries to boost its trade relationships. Now, one of the industries that's seen considerable cooperation is the sugarcane industry, but has it done enough? Katie Watson reports from Piracicaba in central southern Brazil.
The harvesters are out in force at this time of year. It's a busy time for the world's biggest sugarcane industry.
Brazil is often referred to as one of the world's breadbaskets, and here in sugarcane country it's easy to see why. But it's not always been the case. In fact, production here has only really soared in the past decade because of machinery. Brazil has learned lots of lessons in that time, and it's taking those to countries in Africa to help with agriculture.
Under former President Lula da Silva, Brazil strengthened ties with Africa. More embassies were built and more trade visits were made. It was an initiative that's helped people like Flavio, whose business promotes trade between the two regions.
This opens some doors for our companies in Africa, and that's very interesting because it's a continent that is growing a lot in the past 10 years.
Brazil's historic ties with Africa have also helped. Brazilian businesses often start in countries like Angola and Mozambique, where the common language is Portuguese. From there, the relationship grows within the region, as this business has done. It's just built a plant in Sudan.
History helps, because one very important condition is to have, make it easier to make business, is to have some cultural similarities. And Brazil and Africa has a lot of similarities in culture, in religion, in tradition. So Brazilian people is very well received in Africa.
The expansion of Brazil's sugar industry has helped. The country is now the biggest producer of sugarcane ethanol in the world. It's this growth that's encouraged foreign manufacturers to base their production here in Brazil. But they want to use their expertise in the field too.
We want to export this knowledge in the form of training in Africa, not just in selling equipment and technology. This way, they can boost productivity. It has social results too.
But despite the rhetoric, figures are still low. According to specialists, exports to Africa still only represent around 5% of total trade with Brazil. Europe, Asia and the US are far more important trading partners. The sugarcane industry, though, won't be giving up. At a time when mills are facing financial challenges here in Brazil, one way to make money is by increasing foreign trade. Africa certainly has promise.
For a long time, South Africa